Have you ever found yourself entrapped in a web of someone else's manipulation, feeling as if every step you take is carefully orchestrated by another? Or perhaps you've encountered individuals whose charm and friendliness seem boundless, yet leave you questioning the depth of their sincerity. Human relationships are a complex tapestry, woven with threads of trust, understanding, and countless personalities, some of which challenge our conventional grasp of interaction. This article delves into the intricate dynamics of human relationships, focusing particularly on those personality types that often puzzle us, from the manipulator who pulls strings behind the scenes to the enigmatic friend to everyone. We'll explore various personalities that we encounter in our lives. Understanding these personalities is crucial, not only for maintaining healthy relationships, but also for protecting our emotional well-being. As we navigate through these diverse characters, we learn to differentiate between genuine connections and those that are superficial or potentially harmful. In the following sections, we'll look at each of these personalities in detail, discussing their characteristics, impacts on our lives, and strategies for managing relationships with them effectively. So, let's embark on this journey of understanding and managing the challenging facets of human relationships. Are you ready for a rapid and profound transformation? Don't miss this unique opportunity to discover how to free yourself from invisible shackles and build stronger, healthier emotional bonds. Subscribe now to our channel, activate the notification bell, and leave your like. Join us on this journey of self-discovery and emotional liberation. In our journey through the intricate world of human relationships, one of the most covertly challenging personalities we encounter is the manipulator. These individuals, adept in the art of social navigation, possess an uncanny ability to read others. They wield this insight like a skilled puppeteer, subtly bending situations and people to their advantage, often at the expense of those around them. The hallmark of a manipulator lies in their charm and persuasiveness. They seamlessly blend into social situations, using their charismatic allure to influence and sway. It's not just their charm, but their keen eye for vulnerabilities that sets them apart. They spot weaknesses and leverage them, skillfully crafting scenarios where others unknowingly play into their hands. But the influence of a manipulator extends beyond mere social interaction. It seeps into the very foundations of relationships, often creating an imbalance of power. This imbalance manifests as a slowly growing seed of distrust and resentment, a consequence of the manipulator's hidden agendas and emotional games. When their true intentions come to light, the revelation can shatter the trust built over time, leaving a trail of confusion and betrayal. Recognizing and protecting oneself from such manipulation is essential. Awareness is the key. Identifying these tactics early on can prevent the entanglement in their intricate web. Establishing firm boundaries and asserting oneself is equally important, as it can thwart the manipulator's attempts to control or influence. Additionally, seeking perspectives outside the situation can provide the clarity and support needed to navigate these complex interactions. As we delve deeper into understanding the manipulator, it becomes increasingly clear that managing our interactions with such individuals is vital for the health of our relationships. By staying vigilant and equipped with strategies to counter manipulation, we safeguard not just our emotional well-being, but also the integrity of our connections with others. Following our exploration of the manipulator, we encounter another challenging personality type in our relational tapestry: the incessant critic. This character is often marked by a relentless need to critique, sometimes under the guise of helping or improving others. Their constant criticism, whether overt or covert, can erode confidence and create a negative atmosphere in any relationship. These critics are masters at pinpointing flaws and shortcomings, often focusing on negative aspects rather than acknowledging positives. They may justify their behavior as being brutally honest or realistic, but the impact on those around them can be demoralizing. The challenge lies not only in handling the criticism itself, but also in understanding the underlying motivations that drive such behavior. The presence of an incessant critic in one's life can lead to a sense of walking on eggshells, where every action is scrutinized and every word is weighed. This can result in a stifling environment, hampering open communication and genuine connection. It's important to recognize that while constructive criticism can be beneficial, incessant negativity only serves to damage the fabric of relationships. Dealing with such personalities requires a balanced approach, acknowledging valid points while also standing firm against unjust criticism is essential. Building self-esteem and surrounding oneself with positive influences can help mitigate the impact of relentless negativity. Moreover, open communication about the effects of their criticism might sometimes lead to a better understanding and adjustments in behavior. Understanding and interacting with an incessant critic is a nuanced affair. It's about finding the balance between accepting useful feedback and protecting oneself from the corrosive effects of unwarranted negativity. As we navigate these interactions, we learn more about setting boundaries and maintaining our own sense of self-worth in the face of criticism. After discussing the incessant critic, we turn our attention to a personality that contrasts sharply yet subtly, complicates our social interactions: the friend to everyone. This personality type is characterized by an apparently boundless charm and an ability to make everyone feel like they are the center of attention. At first glance, their warmth and inclusiveness seem like a boon to any social circle. The friend to everyone is adept at making connections, but these connections often lack depth. They float from group to group, person to person, spreading their attention thinly but evenly. The issue arises not from their friendliness, but from the realization that their connections are often surface level. Relationships with such individuals can leave others feeling unfulfilled, questioning the authenticity of the connection. Understanding this personality type involves recognizing the difference between genuine friendliness and superficial charm. It's crucial to appreciate the value of deeper, more meaningful relationships over numerous but shallow connections. Interacting with a friend to everyone can be enjoyable and uplifting, but it's important to manage expectations about the depth and longevity of the relationship. In navigating relationships with such individuals, it's beneficial to maintain a balance between enjoying their company and investing emotionally in more fulfilling relationships. It's also helpful to cultivate a diverse social circle where one can experience a range of interactions, from the light and pleasant to the deep and meaningful. Encountering a friend to everyone reminds us of the importance of discerning the nature of our relationships. It teaches us to cherish those connections that offer depth and authenticity, while also enjoying the lighter moments that come with more casual acquaintances. From the friend to everyone, we shift our focus to a subtly complex character in our social interactions: the pretender of attention. This personality type is marked by a facade of intense interest and engagement in others, but underneath, there's often a lack of genuine care or concern. They give the impression of attentiveness, yet their interest is usually fleeting and self-serving. The pretender of attention is adept at making others feel heard and valued, but this is frequently a means to an end, gaining favor, information, or other personal advantages. They are often skilled conversationalists, using their apparent interest as a tool to steer conversations in directions that serve their own interests. Recognizing this personality type involves observing the consistency of their interest and engagement. Genuine Ikar is persistent and selfless, whereas the pretender's attention often wanes once their immediate goal is achieved. Relationships with such individuals can be confusing and sometimes disappointing when the superficial nature of their interest becomes apparent. Navigating interactions with the pretender of attention requires a discerning approach. It's important to appreciate genuine engagement and be wary of interactions that seem overly focused on extracting value or information. Cultivating a sense of self-awareness and understanding the motives behind others' actions can help in identifying and managing these relationships. The pretender of attention reminds us of the importance of sincerity in our interactions. As we encounter such individuals, we learn the value of authentic connections and the significance of being truly present in our relationships. Moving from the pretender of attention, we encounter a particularly challenging personality type in our social landscape, the individual devoid of empathy. This personality is characterized by a notable lack of understanding or sensitivity towards others' feelings and situations. Their inability to empathize can lead to strained relationships and emotional disconnection. Individuals lacking empathy often struggle to recognize and respond to the emotional needs of others. They may appear detached or indifferent, and their interactions can sometimes be perceived as cold or uncaring. This lack of empathy is not always intentional or malicious. It can stem from various factors, including certain personality disorders or life experiences. The impact of having someone devoid of empathy in one's life can be profound. Relationships with such individuals can feel one-sided and emotionally draining. It's challenging to build a deep and meaningful connection when empathy, a fundamental aspect of human interaction, is absent. Dealing with individuals devoid of empathy requires patience and a realistic understanding of their limitations. It's important to set boundaries to protect one's emotional well-being. Seeking support from empathetic friends or professionals can also be beneficial in managing the emotional challenges posed by such relationships. The presence of an individual devoid of empathy in our lives teaches us the importance of emotional connection and understanding in relationships. It highlights the value of empathy, not just in others, but also in cultivating it within ourselves. Following the discussion of individuals devoid of empathy, we delve into the realm of the Constant Provocator. This personality type thrives on creating discord and provoking reactions from others. They often engage in behaviors designed to unsettle or challenge, deriving a sense of power or satisfaction from the turmoil they create. The Constant Provocator is marked by a tendency to incite arguments or conflict, often without any clear reason or benefit. They may use sarcasm, controversial statements, or direct challenges to evoke responses. This behavior can stem from a variety of underlying issues, including a desire for attention, unresolved personal conflicts, or a need to dominate others. Interacting with a Constant Provocator can be draining and frustrating. They often leave a trail of emotional upheaval in their wake, affecting not just the target of their provocation, but also those around them. Relationships with such individuals can be tumultuous and are often characterized by a lack of stability and trust. Dealing with a Constant Provocator requires a measured approach. It's essential to avoid getting drawn into their games of provocation. Maintaining calm and refusing to engage in conflict can often neutralize their attempts. Setting clear boundaries and seeking support when needed are crucial for preserving one's emotional health in the face of such challenging interactions. Encountering a constant provocator in our relationships teaches us the importance of emotional resilience and the value of choosing our battles wisely. It reminds us that not every provocation warrants a response, and that sometimes the most powerful reaction is maintaining our peace. Transitioning from the constant provocator, we now focus on a more covert and potentially damaging personality, the Master of Duplicity. This individual excels in presenting a facade, often appearing trustworthy and sincere, but beneath the surface, they engage in deceitful behaviors. Their duplicity lies in their ability to maintain this facade while manipulating situations and people to their advantage. The Master of Duplicity is adept at playing different roles depending on the situation. They can be charming and engaging when it serves their purpose, but can quickly shift to being secretive and deceptive. This personality type is particularly harmful in relationships because they erode trust, a fundamental pillar of healthy connections. Recognizing the Master of Duplicity can be challenging because their true intentions are often well hidden. They are skilled at weaving a web of lies and half-truths, making it difficult for others to discern their real motives. Relationships with such individuals can lead to confusion, betrayal, and emotional distress when their true nature is revealed. Dealing with a Master of Duplicity requires vigilance and a strong sense of self-awareness. It's important to be cautious about sharing sensitive information and to be observant of inconsistencies in their behavior and stories. Building a support network of trustworthy individuals can provide a safety net against the manipulative tactics of such personalities. Encountering a Master of Duplicity in our relationships teaches us the importance of vigilance and the value of authenticity. It highlights the need for transparency in our interactions and reminds us to be discerning about whom we trust. From the Master of Duplicity, we move to a personality that can have a profound impact on our well-being, the toxic individual. This type of person typically exudes negativity, engages in harmful behaviors, and often leaves a trail of emotional turmoil. Their presence in relationships can be detrimental as they tend to drain energy and create a negative environment. The toxic individual is characterized by patterns of behavior that are harmful to those around them. This may include manipulation, constant criticism, selfishness, or spreading negativity and pessimism. They often lack accountability for their actions and may resort to gaslighting or other forms of psychological manipulation to maintain control in relationships. Recognizing and dealing with a toxic individual is crucial for preserving one's mental and emotional health. It involves identifying their harmful behaviors and understanding the impact they have on your well-being. Relationships with toxic individuals are often marked by feelings of being trapped, undervalued, and emotionally depleted. Dealing with toxic individuals requires setting firm boundaries and sometimes distancing oneself from them. It's important to prioritize self-care and seek support from healthy relationships. Engaging in activities that promote well-being and seeking professional help if needed can also be beneficial. Encountering a toxic individual in our lives challenges us to recognize the importance of healthy relationships and the need to protect our mental and emotional space. It teaches us the value of self-respect and the importance of surrounding ourselves with positive influences. Our journey through the landscape of challenging personalities in human relationships brings us to an end, highlighting the importance of understanding and managing these complex interactions. From the manipulator to the toxic individual, each personality type presents unique challenges and learning opportunities. The key takeaway from our exploration is the significance of recognizing these personalities and the impact they have on our relationships. Awareness and understanding are the first steps towards managing these interactions effectively. It's important to remember that while we cannot control the behavior of others, we can control our responses and set boundaries to protect our well-being. Developing emotional intelligence, practicing empathy, and fostering healthy communication are essential skills in navigating these complex relationships. Seeking support, whether from friends, family, or professionals, can provide valuable guidance and perspective. Ultimately, our encounters with these challenging personalities teach us about ourselves, our values, and the importance of cultivating positive and nurturing relationships. They remind us of the strength found in resilience, the power of self-awareness, and the necessity of self-care in the intricate dance of human interactions.